Good day and welcome to this video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to draw the solution of the above mechanism loci question. So from above, the question says the figure shows diagrammatically the pair of folding doors. Plot the locus of P for the following movement of A from D to C. AB and BC are each 150 centimeter and AP is 60 centimeter. Scale 1 millimeter to 1 centimeter. So the question says scale 1 millimeter to 1 centimeter. That is what it means is that any dimension you see in centimeter, you just use it as millimeter. So we'll start the question by drawing lines DC. So from the figure above, that is the diagram above, you observe that line DC is a horizontal line and the dimension is given as 300 centimeter. So according to our scale, we'll be drawing 300 millimeter. So we'll label this point D and this point here C. So this is according to the diagram above. So from the diagram above, there's an extension here and here. So I will make the extension. So there are hatches here, so I will draw my hatches. So next, I will mark the midpoint on line DC. So since line DC is 300 millimeter long, so the midpoint will be 150 millimeter. So after marking the point, I will call the point A. So that is, I will call this point here, I will call it A. Next, I will place my compass on point C. Then I will adjust the compass in such a way that the pencil is on point A. Remember, point A to point C is 150 millimeter. So then I will cut an arc this way. So the reason why I'm cutting arc of 150 millimeter is because the question indicated that AB is 150 millimeter. So after that, I will place my compass on point A. So after placing the compass on point A using the same radius of 150 millimeter, then I will cut an arc on this arc I just cut. So after cutting the arc, I will label the arc B. That is, I will label the point where the arcs intersect. I will label that point B. So now we have our point A, B, and C. So I will draw a line to join the points. So this line should be bold. The question also says AP is 60 millimeter. So in order for us to obtain our point P, so I will first adjust my compass to radius of, so I will adjust my compass to radius of 60 millimeter. Then I will place the pin on point A, that is, I will needle on point A. Then I will cut arc. So the point where my arc cut through line AB, I will call that point P. So this is my point P. So now the next step is to divide line DC into equal parts. That is any number of convenient parts you want. So in this video, I'll be dividing line DC into 15 equal parts. So I will follow the principle of line division. So I'll place my ruler this way first. Then I will draw inclined line at any convenient angle. So after drawing the inclined line, I will mark off points of equal interval on the line. So I'm marking off 16 points since I want to divide my line DC into, I'm marking off 15 points since I want to divide my line DC into 15 equal parts. So the radius I use can be any convenient radius. So I will place the compass on point D. Then I will start. So now this is it. We have our 15 points. So next, I will place my set square this way. So the set square should be placed in such a way that this side of the set square passes through point C and the last point I marked. Then support the set square with your ruler this way. So after supporting the set square with your ruler, then draw a line. So after drawing your line, slide the set square to the next point. That is the next point I mark on my inclined line. So I will also draw a line. Remember, your line should be touching your line DC. So you set it. So this is the principle of line division. So this is how line division is done. Then you slide to the next one. That's without moving your ruler. You keep sliding. So you can readjust with previous points. You ensure that this side of the set square is parallel with the previous lines you draw. Then finally, the last point. So after drawing your line, that is after dividing your line DC into equal parts. So next now you will number the points where lines of division intersect your line DC. So I will call this point here. So this point here will be A0. I will call this point A1. This point here A2, A3, A4. So this is it. We have our A0 down to A15. So next, we'll adjust our compass to 150 millimeter. So remember, line CB is 150 millimeter. So we'll just take measurement from there. Then we'll place our compass on A1. Then we'll cut arc on this arc we cut here. So we'll call the point B1. So for A2, we'll do the same, we'll cut arc. So we'll call the point B2. So for A3, the same, we'll cut arc. So we'll call the point B3. So for A4, we do the same. So we'll call the point B4. So we'll continue in that manner till A14. So now we have our B1 down to B14. So our B15 will be a vertical line. That is from point C. So we'll just draw a vertical line from point C. So next, we'll draw lines from point A to point B. That is A1 to B1, A2 to B2, A3 to B3. So let's do it. So after drawing lines this way, so we have lines drawn this way. So next, we draw line from point C to all the B points. So this point here is also point B0. So next is to adjust my compass to 60 millimeter. This is because the question says AP is 60 millimeter. So remember, we already have our 60 millimeter here. So the question says AP is 60 centimeter. Remember, we are using millimeter. So I will just take the measurement from here, because this point here is 60 millimeter. Then I will place the compass on the A point, cutting arc on the line ABs. So I will start with A1. Now I will start with A0. Then I will cut arc on my line DC. So I will call that point P0. So next to my A1, then I will cut arc on line A1, B1. So I will call the point P1. So next to A2, so I will cut an arc on my A2B2. That is the line A2B2. So I will call the point P2. So next to my A3, so I will cut arc on my line A3B3. So I'll call the point P3. So next to my point P4, so I will cut arc on my P4 line P4B2. That is the line joining A4 and B2. So that is, I will cut arc there. So now to point A5. So I'll cut arc on the line joining A5, B5. So I'll label the point P5. So I'll continue in this manner to point A15. So I'll continue in this manner. So after marking the points, that is the P points, after numbering them, so we draw our curve to pass through points P0 down to P15. So I'll be doing so using my French curve. So I'll be using my French curves. So I will indicate the direction of movement of P. So this is it. We have the loci of P. See it here. So we are done with this question. Thank you for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.